Alright, what's up guys? Team Crimson back again. We're going to do another deck profile today, and as you can see, it is DD, and so just a couple things about this deck. DD is pretty underrated right now. It is strong. It's strong now, and actually a couple people have top regionals with it, and so it's not super weak, and a lot of people don't respect it for what it is right now, even though all the support's not out, so like the tuner isn't out, and you can't really make the boards that they make in the OCG, but you can still make a pretty strong field with it, and it still is really competitive, especially in this meta where almost every deck is competitive. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So first off, for the main deck, 3 Ragnarok. He's one of the main combo pieces in the deck. You really want to see him all the time because he can really extend your plays because he can bring stuff back from the graveyard if he's in the scale or if he's normal summoned or special summoned. So he does have a lot of utility like that, and he is a level 8, so you can go into your rank 8 plays with him. We get the 2 Thomas. A lot of people run this at 3. I find at 3 it bricks a little bit, so I only run it at 2. He's basically a 1-card rank 8, which is really nice, and he can bring stuff from your extra deck back to your hand, which is a really nice thing to have. 2 Leonidas. This guy's really garbage, but you basically just need him for a name, and you can make rank 7 plays if you want to. Run the 1 Pendragon. He's, again, pretty garbage, but just use him for a name. So this is into the real combo stuff here. Kepler opens up a lot of your plays. Probably the best card in the deck just because it can search out all your Dark Contract cards. And it's pretty easy to make Trish with this card too. So yeah, so you definitely need to run him at 3. I run the 3 Swirl Slime and the 3 Necro Slime. That's pretty standard. These are like your main combo pieces of the deck, especially Swirl Slime is probably the main combo piece in the whole deck, and it can unbrick your hand and open up a lot of plays. The 2 Baphomet, he's not that good, but making Caesar from the extra deck is still a really big thing, and it's still necessary, so again, he's just a name, and opens up some more plays for you. So these are just some other monsters I run. I run the 1 Blow Up Bulb just because it's really easy to synchro stuff in this deck, and I do run Foolish Burial and stuff, so Blow Up Bulb is often just a free summon from the graveyard. So using that at 1 is really good because this deck is really good at synchro summoning. 2 Max C, you should run this in every deck now just because special summoning is such a big thing. 2 Gamma Seal, another card I think you should run in every deck just because ABC is a thing now, Dark Law is a thing. Just any problem cards like that, you can just kaiju over it. That's it for the monsters. So I'll go to the spells. 3 Dark Contract with the Gate. I would say this is probably the best spell card in the deck just because it lets you add just a card every turn, just a free DD monster to your hand, so it can unbreak your hand, start up a lot of plays. This deck is really combo intensive, so it helps with that. Dark Contract with the Swamp King at 2. It's just another card, extends your combos, unbricks your hand. I wouldn't run it at 3 though, because you don't really want to see it where it is searchable. 2 Allure. I found 3 is not that much different than running it at 2, because you are drawing 2 cards, but you're not really plussing, and you have to banish a card. And in this deck where you can't really interact with banished cards all that much, it's not really worth the risk to run it. Like, you don't really want to see it all the time. And I do run other draw power, so Allure of Darkness at 2 is still good. I run 2 Trading because you do run a lot of rank 8s in this, and the graveyard's like a secondary hand, so instead of Allure of Darkness banishing cards, Trade-In just sends them to the graveyard, and you can almost always bring them back from the graveyard. So Trade-In is definitely really good in this deck. And these are just some one-ofs, so I run the 1 for 1 just in case you want, like Blow Up Bulb or Kepler. It's really good. Foolish Burial, just another combo card. 1 Twin Twister and 1 Regeki. Only 3 traps. Run 1 Dark Contract with the Witch. 1 Vanities. Vanities is really good. And I main deck the Eradicator just because it's really easy to get it off in this deck. And it shuts down a lot of decks in this meta. And it's definitely worth having that. Like, if you flip it on Blue Eyes and call spells, or on Heroes and call spells, you basically just win the game. So it's worth it just to have. And it never hurts to have it because it hurts almost every deck. So going to the extra deck now. On the 2 Genghis, again, he just extends your plays pretty much. He is really good, but all he does pretty much is just extend your plays. He's not like a god card like everyone made him out to be before it came out. 3 DX, still really important. Still needed at 3 for now until the new support comes out. And where it is really easy to make it. Still, one of this guy. That guy's really important. It's a win condition pretty much most of the time if you can make it, because it can just clear out their board and deal a shit ton of damage. The 1 Scarlight, because blowing up their entire field and burning them for a lot of damage is always nice. Play the 1 Trish, because Trish are really easy to make in this deck, and Trish is a really good card. I play the 1 Caesar and the 1 King Tell to go with it. Both of those cards, still really important to run them in this deck, and because Caesar's effect is just too good, and this can cut down a lot of cards, so it is worth it to run. I run the 1 Draco Sack just because there are a lot of level 7s in this deck. You can run more level 7s if you want. I only feel the need to run Draco Sack just because I find he's the best rank 7. And now for the rank 8s. The 1 Kali Yuga. This is also like pretty much a win condition against a lot of decks. The 1 number 38 is pretty standard. And this is kind of something I just put in there because you can make it, this whole combo. And this card is really good if you want to go on like the offense and just try and win the game. You can just blow up a card and then use a 4K beater. So yeah, it's really easy, just 2 rank 8s. Alright, so that's it for the DD deck profile. I'm going to update this probably when the new support comes out, even though that's not for a long time, but the deck is really strong right now, and I would definitely recommend picking up the cards now if you're going to play it, because even though the structure deck is coming out, that's going to be a pretty in-demand structure deck, and the cards are still going to be pretty expensive. So I would definitely recommend picking up the cards you want now if you're going to play the deck. The deck is going to be really strong when it comes out, definitely tier 1. So yeah, the deck is really fun if you want to play it, and I would definitely recommend playing it. It is a pretty hard deck to play. It is like a high skill cap deck, but so that's why I would learn it now while you have time, and then once you get the deck, you'll be ready to win pretty much. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time.